effort tonight, kind of bouncing back after that loss today?
I think it's big, especially since we had this playing game today. First, one of the first teams playing. I think the biggest thing that I like is that a lot of guys contribute, especially on the offensive end, and leading into tournament time when you're playing a team that we lost to. I think for them it's going to have to be a different game plan when you have so many guys contributing. Because last time I don't think we played that well, individually or as a team.
When you have four guys, you, Desi, Mason, Isaiah going a little bit, how does that change what you guys' offense?
I think it makes us play a little more up tempo because when you got a lot of guys going and we're all in the game at times, you play four guards, sometimes five guards, where you can get up and down, and then it's hard for teams maybe to try to load up on Mason and Zay because other guys are going, being able to get points. So, like I said, I think it helps us a lot, and especially when it comes to teams trying to match up versus us.
Get another good performance off the bench from Desi tonight.
Oh yeah, that's huge. We're definitely going to need it moving forward. When you got a guy that can come off the bench and have that energy, have that spark, do what he does best, put the ball into the hole. That's huge for us.
Your bigs didn't have a really good game today. Reggie and Ethan played pretty well on the defensive end, got some blocks and some rebounds for you guys.
I think the biggest thing is that we want everybody that touches the court to contribute, and I think going down the list, every single person that touched the court contributed in some way. May not be offense, but Reggie, Ethan blocked a lot of big shots, had a lot of key rebounds. Even Gene came in a crunch time situation when two of our main players fouled out, being able to get a free throw in. I'm pretty sure in those last possessions we didn't miss two free throws, and that's huge when you're trying to keep that little 10, 11 point lead. As long as you can get that one make, it helps us in the long run.
Tomorrow going to feel like a youth league game with just smaller crowd of family members.
I think it's going to be unique just because in college you're not going to probably see that atmosphere too many times, especially this time in the year. You're used to seeing those big crowds, like it's March Madness and everything. But I think our biggest thing is just trying to keep our focus, be locked in on the bigger picture, and win in advance.
Just the oddness of this whole situation. I mean, the NBA suspended their season, and just everything that's going on. How difficult is that, or is it difficult at all for you just kind of stay
I
focused?
think for me, from my perspective, is that I'd rather be more cautious than less cautious. I'd rather take every precaution in the world and have, like I said, no fans, cancel games or whatever, just to keep as many people as you can safe. I'd rather not just try to brush it off and be like, oh, it's not as big of a deal as it seems, and then something happens to somebody here. So I think it's the right thing. Just like I said, I'd just rather be more precautious than not.
Is that going to be weird as a competitor? Because you guys, I'm sure, draw energy, emotion from the reaction of the crowd. When you don't really have that tomorrow, how strange is that going to be?
For me, I like to think back to one of my favorite players, my favorite player ever, Kobe Bryant, and just think, what would he do? And I know whether there was one person in that building or 20,000, he'd go hard the exact same way. He'd play with that same mentality that he's always played with. So thinking about that is just a message that we've shared with each other in the locker room, because that's a guy we all look up to, especially for myself. So I'm just going to try to have that mindset going into tomorrow.
What do you remember about South Carolina game? I know there were a lot of fouls called in that game. Just kind of broke the tempo.
I think for us, we got to keep them off the free throw line. I know they're big, physical, strong teams. So if we don't come and match that intensity, it'll be a long night for us. But I think we're ready. I think more so we're gonna have to be ready mentally for the physical battle that it's gonna be.
Kotsar may not play, hurt his shoulder before the game. I mean, how does that change their team maybe if he's not playing?
We haven't got to go into a scouting report yet, but obviously he's a huge part of their team. He's a big physical presence. He can score the ball on the offensive end. He has been playing well late in the year for sure. So uh, I think for us, just trying to, well, if he does or doesn't play, it's going to be sort of two different game plans for us, and how we match up, how we go about things offensively, defensively.
Timmy, thank you so much.
No problem.
Appreciate it.